footsteps echoing down the corridor of a house we built just to burn it down. You left your keys on the counter, but you kept a copy of my worst fears. We had the perfect exit strategy. The script was written in the quiet tears. A clean break, a sudden stop, a beautiful tragedy. We could both survive. But you turned around at the threshold, and I looked up with venom in my eyes. The air turned heavy, thick with the scent of old smoke and new mistakes. We didn't want the closure, we wanted the friction that makes the heart break. Now the silence is screaming, and the dust is settling on our open wounds. We took a masterpiece of an ending, dragged it back into the ruin. Your breath against my collarbone feels like a ghost trying to find its way home. We are two wrecks colliding in slow motion, pretending we don't know the impact. I watch your eyelashes catch the moonlight, knowing every single promise is intact. And every single promise is a lie we tell to keep from sleeping alone in the cold. It's an educational trauma, we are learning exactly how much pain a chest can hold. We could have been a beautiful memory, a bittersweet song played on a rainy night. Instead we are a crime scene, a violent collision under the flickering kitchen light. You touch my wrist and it feels like an arrest, a sentence I am begging to serve. We are driving off the cliff because we secretly love the sharpest curve. I hate how easily your fingers find the spaces between mine, like they belong there. Like you didn't spend the last 3 months erasing every trace of my name from your skin. This is the toxic choreography, we know exactly where the nightmare is supposed to begin. A cycle of bleeding and binding, a carousel that never stops until we both throw up. We are drinking poison from a golden chalice, asking why it keeps filling our cup. You whisper that you hate me, but your lips are tracing the curve of my jawline. We ruin the elegance of the departure, we step back across the red line. There is no dignity in this despair, just a messy blueprint of a love that died. And we are digging up the corpse just to see if there's any warmth left inside. And ooh, we ruined a perfectly good goodbye. Close, the lights down low, the final tear dried in the eye. Why did you have to turn around? Why did I have to let you back in? Now we're bleeding out on the kitchen floor, where the beautiful ending should have been. Yeah, we ruined a perfectly good goodbye. There's a twisted science to the way we fall apart and put ourselves back together wrong. A puzzle with missing pieces, a record skipping on the saddest verse of the song. You know exactly which buttons to push to make the whole structure collapse in smoke. And I know exactly which words to whisper to ensure you know it's not a joke. We are professors of heartbreak, teaching each other the anatomy of a slow demise. Look at the damage we've done, look at the darkness reflecting in our swollen eyes. We had the chance to walk away clean, to be a scar instead of an open weeping gash, but we chose to dance in the embers, hoping to get burned by the very last flash. It's pathetic, it's beautiful, it's a masterclass in how to completely destroy a soul. We took a perfectly good goodbye and we turned it into a black hole. Just leave, but you won't, and I won't ask you to. We're so good at being bad for each other. We ruined it. We ruined the end. Perfectly good goodbye. I'm sitting on the edge of the mattress where you used to cave in. The sheet is still wrinkled, a monument to where we've been. I haven't moved in 3 days, or maybe it's 4. Watching the dust motes dance a slow waltz on the hardwood floor. You left your oversized sweater on the back of the door. It smells like vanilla espresso in the rain before the storm. I put it on, but it doesn't warm my skin anymore. It just feels like a heavy wool shroud for a heart that's too sore. My collarbones are shivering, remembering your thumbs trace the outline of my fears until the ache goes numb. But now the numbness is a crowd and I am all alone. An empty, echoing house built of hollow glass and stone. I try to breathe you out, but you're stuck in my lungs like the bittersweet poison of a song we never sung. The room is too quiet, it's a heavy crushing weight. I can hear my own heartbeat ticking down the date of when I lost the only hands I knew how to hold my mess. Now I'm just a silhouette in a faded wrinkled dress. You had this way of looking through me like you saw the ghost inside. The little fragile pieces that I always tried to hide, and now those pieces are shattered, glittering in the dark. Every memory of you is a burning brand spark on the inside of my eyelids. When I try to close my eyes, I see the phantom of your smile, the beautiful soft lies we told each other in the dark to keep the cold away. But the sun always comes up and it's always washed out gray. I'm still wearing the pressure of your fingers on my wrist, a permanent bruise made of every time we kissed. And oh, I'm still wearing the ghost of your touch, like an old winter coat that I love way too much. It's heavy, it's frayed, and it's dragging me down to the bottom of the river where the quiet things drown. You're gone, you're a shadow, a breath in the air, but I feel your cold hands running through my hair. Yeah, the bed is gone cold, but the phantom remains. I'm bleeding your name through my ice-covered veins. My friends say I'm a ghost now, that I'm fading away, that my eyes look like windows in an abandoned cafe. They don't understand how a body can persist when the soul has been erased by a lover's final twist. I walk down to the corner where we used to buy the fruit, and the old man asked about you when I had to play the mute, because if I speak your name, the fabric's gonna tear, and I'll scream into the traffic and nobody will care. It's an educational trauma, how a heart can actually break. Not a clean little snap, but a slow dull ache that teaches you how fragile the human spirit can be when you give someone the map and the only master key to the rooms you kept locked since you were 7 years old. Now the doors are wide open and the hallway's freezing cold. I stared at my reflection in the mirror in the hall. I look like a stranger waiting for a curtain call. There are phantom fingerprints indented on my waist, and the phantom taste of copper that I just can't untaste. You didn't just leave, you took the gravity too. Now I'm floating in a vacuum, suffocating over you. Is it beautiful to suffer this intensely for a ghost, to love the damage that you left behind, the absolute most? I think I'm addicted to the agony of the space you used to fill. I'm keeping your side of the blankets perfectly still, hoping if I don't move, if I don't draw a single breath, I can trick my mind into thinking this is an emotional death. But the clock just keeps ticking, a methodical, cruel sound reminding me that you're gone and I'm still bound. Just a phantom touch, why does it